What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the battery life of the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. This is something that a lot of you have been asking me about, and I am going to be doing a full in-depth review of both these devices. But initially, just to see what is the battery life like and does it suck? Well, let's find out in this video. So initially, just to mention, I've been using these devices for over a week now, and I've been switching between the two, and I found, generally speaking, in my experience, that there isn't much of a difference between the two. There is 50 milliamps difference in terms of the battery sizes. So the S6 Edge does have slightly more. 50 milliamps is really nothing. It's about 2% if you look at the percentage difference. I wasn't expecting much of a difference, and in my usage I haven't noticed much of a difference either. How is the battery life? Well, I would say it's good, not great. So for those of you who are after screen times, I have been posting my screen times on Twitter. You're looking at averagely 4 hours, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, depending on your usage. Now, to explain my usage, to give you a better idea, I would consider myself a medium user. I take my phones off charge just roughly about 7 AM in the morning, and I will have Wi-Fi and 4G on throughout the day. Now, my usage mainly consists of social media, so Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Instagram, some instant messaging as well. So I do a lot of instant messaging actually on say WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger and things like that. I make a few phone calls here and there. I watch maybe about 10-15 minutes of video, and I take some pictures and videos throughout the day as well. I don't do any gaming, so that's something to remember. I don't actually do any gaming, and with that type of usage, I found myself get through most of the day. I mean, roughly by about 11 PM I would need to top up the devices, sometimes by about 10 depending on my usage on the day. So to me, that wasn't too bad, because that did get me through the majority of the day without many problems, and then I could just get a top up when needed. Now, for those of you who are heavy users and maybe doing a bit of gaming and things, the good news is you do have adaptive fast charging, and you get the adaptive fast charger out of the box. This is something that a lot of manufacturers aren't offering. So for example, with the HTCs and the Motorola's, you don't actually get fast chargers, although the devices are capable of fast charging. Here with both the S6 and the S6 Edge, you do get fast charging out of the box. Now, in terms of how long it takes to charge up, you're looking at just over an hour for a full charge, so that's 0 to 100%. I have tested this. I put it on for just say about half an hour before I was about to head out. So during the day, I was using it quite heavily, and before heading out, I left the phone on charge for about half an hour. I got about 50%, which lasted me fine for the rest of the evening when I was taking lots of pictures and doing lots of social media, and it worked absolutely fine. So this is something key, and this is a big advantage. So even if you are a heavy user, I don't think you're going to have that much of a problem. You also do have wireless charging, so that's something, once again, that's an advantage. You can just drop it on a wireless charger and it will charge it up. However, on a wireless charger, it's not going to do fast charging. So for the adaptive fast charging, you are going to have to use that specific charger that comes out of the box, or another adaptive fast charger, something else to bear in mind. So that was it really, just to give you an idea of the battery life. And something to bear in mind as well, a lot of people tell me, oh yeah, it's not been that great, but your first few days, you are going to be using the device quite heavily. You're going to be installing apps, you're going to be getting used to the phone. So I wouldn't expect great battery life in the first few days. If you're somebody who's a heavy user and you need that extra power, then I'd advise going for a phablet sized device, something that has a larger battery. I mean, looking at something like the Note 4 that has a 3220 milliamp battery, I believe, whereas you've got a 2550 milliamp battery on the S6. So that's kind of expected that you're not going to be getting that much usage as you would do in a phablet. So if you are somebody who's a really heavy user, maybe go for a phablet. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. I am going to be doing a full review of the S6 and the S6 Edge. If you want to see that first, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to see my previous related video, that will be linked somewhere here as well as in the description below. And if you want to stay in touch with me over social media, then all of the addresses will be there somewhere as well as in the description below. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time. Sorted.